Hi there Virgo, thank you for joining me for your monthly forecast for June. This month begins with the Sun in the part of your horoscope emphasising your talents, your skills and your natural authority, and you will be able to come across especially well in the first 3 or 4 days of June as the Sun forges an awe-inspiring link to Mars. So if you're negotiating on a new job or trying to get better terms, you can do so in a confident way and a way which will garner you respect. So get cracking. But at a personal level, there's also a very special link between Venus and Neptune in the first week. And you could encounter someone who moves you into a different sort of sphere when it comes to relating and a love of something to do with culture, the arts, travel, and it could be very special indeed. Unfortunately, the first 10 days of this month does, however, include a clash between Mars and Pluto. When it comes to spending money on a more reckless basis or looking at something that's more speculative, I would be careful, particularly if you are involved in sharing your resources with someone else. It could lead to a big falling out. Now, your ruler Mercury is going to start to twist backwards from the 7th. And as is often the case, anything to do with transport, distribution, communications, technology can tend to go on the blink. And therefore, we have to be aware that having a plan B is important. All sorts of negotiations can also falter. Now for you, Mercury starts this month in your sector of friendships. And there could be one friend or group that could be a bit tender, and therefore it's going to be particularly important to communicate well with them through to the middle of this month. Now this is ramped up even more when Mercury retreats into Gemini from then, because it all gets perhaps a little bit more to do with work. So being cautious about what you say and checking that other people have the same understanding of what you're trying to get across will be crucially important. Now Venus starts the month forging that fantastic link to Neptune. It then goes on in week 2 to forge a gorgeous link with Pluto. And if you do really like someone, the truth of that relationship and the bond can deepen enormously across that second week. Unfortunately, towards its end, if you're not so fortunate in your relationships, as Venus goes face to face with Saturn, there could be harsh words between you and someone you find more difficult to get along with. And again, this need to communicate astutely comes into focus. However, there is a full moon which occurs on the 13th. And this full moon is much more to do with balancing your life in terms of your work and professional goals and aims and your personal needs. And if it's a little while since those at the heart of your world did spend any quality time with you, try to put this right in the second half of this month. The 21st sees the Sun move into a fantastic location for you. Yes, it's been ambitious in the first 3 weeks. Now it gives you an opportunity to knit in with other people, to improve your alliances, despite the fact that, of course, Mercury is twisting backwards. Here, the Sun is asking you to concentrate on cooperation and celebrating the things that you have in common with others, not focusing on the things you don't. And there can be a little bit of a Virgoan trait of focusing on the small picture rather than seeing the larger canvas. And really the Sun here is asking you to cut someone a bit of slack, particularly in the last few days of the month when there is a fabulous new moon and also an awe-inspiring link between the Sun and Neptune. And if you are a little bit more sacrificing or caring towards someone, it could come back to you threefold. Unfortunately, Venus is up to mischief for us all in the last few days of this month. On the 23rd it moves to the top of your horoscope, and on the face of it, it can be a good thing. But in one professional involvement, someone may not be as straight as you would like them to be. And there may be a bit of mystery attached to the way they do business, or tell you about a job or a role, or there may be something more malefic. It may be downright dishonesty. But that's going to be masked in charm and sincerity. So keep your wits about you and don't be too giving so that you let your guard down too much. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.